All right, class. So first thing I want to do here today is going to be a stretch that I called it a different name in the past, and I want to start calling it a reach back. All right, we used to call it the dynamic lat stretch, okay? And it does work our lats when we do it correctly, but I don't really use it to warm up the lats anymore. Okay, there was an exercise I used to do that I don't really like all that much anymore, so we're not really going to do it for the future. But I still think it's a great way to warm up the shoulders for the work that we're going to be doing later on. All right, so the dynamic lat stretch, or reach backs, as I'm going to call them now, is going to start off in we're going to be standing with a good athletic position. But you see my arms here are going to be held out in front. I have my shoulder raised up to about, or my arm is raised up to about shoulder height. My elbows are bent at around 90 degrees. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my arms back behind me, reach back toward the wall behind my back, and then come right back up to the start, okay? And I want that to be a nice fluid motion, okay? Now, one thing I want you to look at here, class, is my hands, okay? So when I'm in my starting position, here just from the side, here's the front. You see my palms are facing each other. So like clap right here. I want you to, as you swing back, as you reach back, turn your palms back toward that wall, right? It's like we're giving a double-handed high five behind us, okay? That twisting of the thumb is going to work some of our back muscles in here and shoulder muscles a little bit more. All right, so I really want you to focus on that. Get those hands to start here, like we're clapping out in front of our faces, and then turn the palm back to the wall behind you. All right, we're going to do that one for 30 seconds here. We're going to get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Nice fluid motion. Palms face each other on the way up. They turn to the wall behind you on the way back. The exercise that we used to do was basically this exact same motion, just holding dumbbells or reaching back against a resistance band. I don't really like that one anymore. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, here next up, class, we're actually going to do our shoulder in and outs, okay? And I like to put these two together because we have the exact same starting position, okay? What I'm going to do now is talk about my upper back, okay? We talk about pushing the chest out and pinching the shoulders back a lot, all right? Here's one of the very few times I'm going to tell you to do the exact opposite, okay? I actually want you to think about pushing your shoulder blades and your upper back toward the wall behind you, okay? So you are intentionally getting that rounded out position, okay? That's gonna help us get a nice stretch, okay, in the upper back, and gonna help stretch some of the muscles along our rib cage here as well, all right? Or work some of the muscles around our rib cage here, not stretching. But from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open up my chest, and I'm gonna get that good posture that we talk about every day. Push the chest out, pinch the shoulders back, and now look at my hands. I'm in my goalpost position, all right? So we call this shoulder in and out, because we go in, and then we come back out, all right? We're working on push ourselves into the bad posture position, regain your good posture, all right, as you open back up, okay? So we're gonna go for 30 seconds on this one as well. I'll do a side view for this one here. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go. Get the good posture as you open up. Find the bad posture as you close the chest back up. I have my baseball players do this exercise in their warm-up as well. Should have my tennis players do it too. About 8 seconds left here, class. Really push that upper back behind you as you close up the chest. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now from here, I want to go into our standing torso twist, all right? Pretty familiar exercise. We're gonna find our athletic position. I'm gonna get my arms up, almost kind of like I'm in a goblet hold for an exercise that we can do later, okay? And I'm gonna drive this rotation with my elbows, right? Like we're elbowing somebody in basketball behind us here, okay? We wanna keep the lower body facing forward, get the chest and the face to turn 90 degrees to the wall on either side of you, all right? We'll go for 30 seconds here. Go ahead if you haven't already started. Remember, if you're getting dizzy, you can focus on a stationary point out in front of you and still work on getting that nice rotation. 10 seconds left. We got 2 more exercises and then we'll hit our balance work. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. All right, so these last 2 exercises here, again, are gonna be very familiar. They're gonna be our monster walks and our side steps, okay? So the monster walk, we're gonna find that good athletic position, get a nice depth here, good hip and knee bend. That's gonna challenge you, okay? Get a good forward lean, we got our good posture. So I wanna get some short choppy steps forward and back, all right? And I wanna make sure that I'm not allowing my shoulders to swing back and forth, right? We wanna keep our shoulders square and level with the wall in front of us, okay? We're gonna go for 30 seconds here in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Keep your torso stable up above your moving legs. Just a couple steps forward, couple steps back. Really feel this in the back of your lower body. I'm sure your thighs will feel it here as well. Keep those feet nice and wide. You got 10 seconds left. Keep that breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, next one here, class, side steps. I'm going to move these dumbbells out of the way so I don't trip over them, all right? And I want to talk about my feet a little bit more, okay? Something that some people forget, especially my tennis kids, is when they're doing side steps to keep the feet apart, okay? We don't want to let those feet come together as we go. We want to keep our width as we move back and forth. And now I'm working on keeping my shoulders level, right? I don't want to have one shoulder dip beneath the other as I step back and forth, right? Keep that torso stable over top of the legs. All right, we'll go for 30 more seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Just a couple steps to the side, couple steps back. Keep that depth and that width. Good posture here. Keep the chest out, shoulders pinched. About halfway through, keep it up. I'm even feeling this one in my calves here. Keep that breathing. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very nice. All right, class. Now for our balance work. All right, we're going to go right through this workout today. Balance work. Don't forget we have the wide stance, the narrow stance, the staggered stance, and the tandem stance, okay? And we have those 2 new progressions. We can still work on the 12-inch finger focus, or we can work on the moving the head up and down, right? Look to the floor, and then look to the ceiling through a good range of motion, right? So you don't want to push your neck through a painful range of motion if you're going to choose that one, okay? So make sure if you do that one, you're staying comfortable, but still challenging your balance, all right? And then as always, we still have you're going to be doing the arms up, both of them, or one arm at a time, all right? I'm just emphasizing the last 2 there, all right? So find your stance, wide, narrow, staggered, or tandem. We got 4 sets of 20 seconds, and we're gonna get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. I'm going wide stance. I'm going finger focus here, class. Remember, when we focus on that finger, we're restricting our vision, making the other two balance systems work even harder and making them get better through that extra work. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very nice. Remember, if you're in staggered or tandem stance, you can switch feet in between sets. I'm going to go to the narrow stance this time, and I'm going to do the 12-inch finger once again, all right, or with my stopwatch. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Keep your eyes on that target. Make sure you have a chair or wall next to you, as always. I forgot to say that at the beginning. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. All right, now moving on to set number 3. I'm going to go with the staggered stance for this one, and I'm going to move to the moving the head up and down, all right, for my third set. You continue to do whichever one is appropriate for you, all right? So we're going to get our third set going in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Up as high as you can, down as high as you can, or down as low as you can, sorry. With this one, again, pushing through a comfortable range of motion. We do not want to cause any neck pain doing this one. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. I'm switching my feet, and I'm going tandem stance for this last set. Okay? So set number 4 here, and then we're going to go into our power sets for our Friday workout. All right? We're going to get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. So I'm doing the highest progression right now. Tandem stance with moving the head up and down. Going through a full, comfortable range of motion here. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. So that's it for our balance class. I hope that that's getting easier and easier. All right. Let me know how you feel about that balance, how it's coming along. All right. We're actually at the end of our 5th week already. So this semester is flying by as they always do. So power sets today, class. If you remember one thing I said on Monday, okay, I mentioned that I want to do the catch step twice a week. Okay, so catch step is going to be Monday and Friday. So we already know that one's coming up here with our power. Now, I want to change up which exercise I pair with that catch step on Monday versus Friday so that we keep up with our variability and keep things fresh here and there. So the exercise I'm going to pair with the catch step is going to be our wall or chair assisted knee drives. Okay, so we've done knee drives before, all right, and especially in a seated version. All right, just remember what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my hands on this wall as if I'm doing the elevated plank. Okay, you want to keep your body nice and straight from your head to your ankles. You want to be as straight as a PVC pipe. Okay. If you're using a chair, make sure that chair is braced up against a wall or something so it doesn't slide on you. And we're working on quickly getting a knee up. And you see I'm picking up my toes as well. Hopefully you can see that, all right? And then coming right back down. We'll alternate between left and right. And we want to emphasize quick. We don't want to lift it up slow and back down slow. We want to come up fast, all right? Or as fast as you can, okay? As fast as you're comfortable. That's important. We want that speed, all right? Because that speed is going to increase our power, and that's going to help out with our catch step, all right? Which is, again, simulating that real-life situation of catching yourself from falling, all right? One last thing, the breathing here, class. We want to make sure that we're breathing out through the mouth as we come up, and we're breathing back in through the nose as we come back down, all right? So breathe out. Breathe back in through the nose as we come down, okay? We'll start with this one here at the wall, okay? We'll go with wall-assisted knee drives or chair-assisted for 30 seconds here, all right? We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Go ahead. Quick knee drive, pick up those toes. Remember the breathing, get that breathing as you lift up and down. I'm gonna try to turn toward the camera a little bit better. There we go. Quick knee drive, about 5 seconds left, don't rush. 3, 2, 1, relax, very good. All right, that quick muscle contraction is so important, class. Now, for the catch step, remember we can have our wall out in front of us if we want to have something there to catch ourselves, or we can also hold our weights with this one, okay? And I'm holding them in a goblet hold for this exercise. So, the catch step, remember not to rush. You want to allow gravity to tilt you forward, and then your brain reacts by catching you, all right? So if you only get 3, 4, 5, 6 steps in on each side, all right, that's fine, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get started. 3, 2, and 1. Ready? There we go. Very nice. See, we're 7 seconds in. I've only done 2 steps because I'm taking my time. I'm letting gravity start this. Very good. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. All right, next up, class. Wall-assisted knee drives, last one. I'll do these ones from the chair, all right? And again, make sure this is braced up against a wall if you're worried about it sliding, okay? So we're gonna go 30 more seconds here. In 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Go ahead. Breathe in. Breathe in on the way down. Get as many reps in as you can here, class. Try your best to keep that nice plank position. If you're using a chair, you might be hunched over a little bit more than you are on the wall. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. That's it for the wall drives, or the knee drives at the wall. Let's get our last set of the catch step. Move this out of my way. There we go. All right, we'll get our last 30 seconds here before our resistance training set. Okay, so I'll do a side view one more time. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Nice job. Have that wall out in front of you if you need it. Keep your breathing during this one as well in your class, right? Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. I wanted to fit one more step in there before we got done. All right. So catch your breath here, class. Get a sip of water if you need to. I'm going to go over our first set of resistance training exercises. And actually, I like that I have this one here today because we just talked about it, right? It's the forward, backward steps, okay? So at the catch step, right? I already mentioned it. We let the brain do the work, or we let gravity do the work, all right? Then the brain reacts. Now we're working on having the brain start everything, right? We know that we're going to step forward, right? And here's where we can maybe get a couple more steps on each side because we're not necessarily rushing, but we can go faster, okay? Because we know what we're doing. So just remember, class, we have those different ranges of motion, and I hope that you're seeing when you take your steps at home or when you're outside or when you're doing this exercise, I hope that you're beginning to see or at least try to make an effort to make your steps larger, okay? We don't want to be taking small steps anymore. All right, we want to be progressing toward taking larger steps, bigger range of motion, okay? That doesn't mean you have to be all the way out here, okay, with this exercise, all right? I just want you to maybe be getting larger than you have been doing in the past, all right? So Just keep that in mind. Find that range of motion that you feel comfortable with, that's still challenging you. And no matter what you do, make sure you keep that knee over the toe, especially when you push back off to get back in your starting position. We don't want to let the knee cave in like that, okay? Hopefully you can see that. I want to feel the skin on my knee go to the wall at my side, all right? Keep that knee aligned, all right? So we'll do 2 sets of 30 seconds with the forward, backward steps. The upper body exercise that I want to pair with that is going to be our dumbbell fly, all right? So the dumbbell fly, I want to go with more of an endurance set with this today, okay? So I have my light dumbbells here, okay? Don't forget you can always go without weight for anything you want to, but I'm going to find my good athletic position, and I'm going to get a good forward lean, all right? I don't have to be here, but I definitely don't want to be here either, okay? Get a good lean. I have my bent arm fly first. I'm going to open up my chest, and we just did that exercise in the warm-up, right? Exactly that same exercise, all right? So I'm going to open up my chest, pinch my shoulders back, and come right back to the start, okay? If I want to progress from that, straighten the elbows, and again, open up the chest, pinch the shoulders every rep, okay? I would like to do 2 sets of 15 reps with that one to pair with our 2 sets of 30 seconds for the forward backward step, okay? So I'm gonna set these dumbbells down because I'd like to do the forward backward step first, all right? So find your space. I'm gonna go with a kind of a side view here for this first set, and I'll do frontal in a second, all right? We're gonna get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Keep that knee over the toe. Now we can go a little quicker. We know that we're stepping. Find that good range of motion that keeps you comfortable, but that still challenges you, and I hope we're working on getting longer, right? Functionally longer. Very good. Checking my time, about 7 seconds left here, class. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. I always like to try to kind of squeeze that last step in there as we're finishing up. All right, now, I'm gonna find my dumbbells here. I'm gonna go with the bent arm fly first. All right, got my light dumbbells. So I'm finding my good athletic position with my good bend. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming out and back in. That's 1. Go to 15. That's 2. 3, pinch those shoulders on every rep. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very good. All right, let those arms rest here. All right. Oh, I got an itch in my nose. There we go. Okay, so moving back to the forward backward steps, I'm going with a frontal view here, right? Keep track of that knee over the toe. 30 more seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. That nice big step. Push off the ground, right? You are exerting force on the floor in order to get back into that starting position. That's where all the effort's coming from here. Push off the ground to get back to the start. Same thing on the catch step. 7 seconds left. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. All right, that's already it for the catch step or the forward backward step. All right, let's knock out our last set of the dumbbell fly, and then we'll move on to our second superset of the day. All right, so I'm going to find my good athletic position. I'm going straight arm this time. All right, we're going to get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Open up that chest. Close it back up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Very nice. All right, let's set those weights back down. And then I'm gonna go over, still got that itch in my nose. I'm gonna go over our laundry basket deadlift, all right? And I know I remembered to send that out this time, all right, among the other things I forgot. So remember I have my kettlebells here. They are my laundry basket. Just imagine I have the basket actually connecting. The biggest thing I want is the raised handles. Okay, that's the most important part of the equipment here, okay? So we've already kind of done deadlift this week, right? If you remember doing the overhead pillow slams and you decided to slam it to the floor, right? We worked on that deadlift in between those reps. So here's the same idea. We're picking something up off the floor. We're shoving the knees out, all right? I'm dropping my hips, not my chest, okay? This is one of the biggest things that frustrates me with my tennis kids. I tell them, okay, drop your hips, not your chest, and then they go and do this, all right? And that's exactly the opposite of what I want them to do, all right? It's the same idea here, okay? We want to keep that back safe. We're going to drop the hips. See, my chest is out. I'm looking up. My shoulders are pinched, and now I have much better back position to then use my legs to pick up this object, right? We use that common activity of daily living, right? Picking up a child, right? Same idea, all right? We're using the legs to do that, keeping the back in a safe position. It's not just about picking things up, though. It's also about putting them down, okay? If you put something down with that back rounded, it can do the same thing as picking it up rounded, okay? So if you're putting your child back down, your grandchild back down, you want to keep those same mechanics, all right? And again, in the frontal view, shove those knees out, okay? Now, remember, you can put items in your basket. We're going to go with 2 sets of 12 reps, all right? So the amount of resistance that you place within your basket, I'm hoping is appropriate for 12 reps, okay? 2 different times. So just keep that in mind. If you've put way too much stuff in there for 12 reps, maybe take some out, or if you didn't put enough, maybe put some in, all right? I'll leave that up to you, obviously, all right? Now, the upper body exercise that I want to pair with that is going to be our elevated push-up, okay? So that's our upper body push movement for the day, and we can do this at the wall or the chair, similarly to the wall or chair-assisted knee drives that we did in the power set. I'm going to put the chair there for now, okay? Because I want to talk about the plank again, all right? So again, just like earlier, we find that good plank position. We want to be straight as a PVC pipe from the head to the ankles. If you have to, think about pinching your glutes together, right? On the glute bridge or the RDL, right? We think about pinching the glutes together. That helps us straighten out our body. Same idea here. I'm going to allow my body to come in toward my wall or chair and then come right back out of it, all right? And then I want to do one more view to, again, talk about those elbows, all right? In some different places, not here, okay, people are taught to do their push-ups with the elbows out like this, okay? I don't ever want to teach the push-up that way. Remember, we want the elbows down here toward the body a little bit, okay? So we talk about 45 degrees out, right? Not 90, not 0, but 45 degrees out from the body as we press out and come back in, okay? Hopefully you can hear me saying that as I was facing the wall there, but 45 degrees out on the elbows, right? As we go out and come back in, okay? That'll be 2 sets of 6 reps, right? Smaller number because it's a tougher exercise. If you're doing this from the chair, I would maybe use the seat of the chair instead of the back. You don't want that to happen. And then again, make sure it's not going to slide, so brace up against something. But let's go to our laundry basket here, class. I've been talking long enough. We're going to get our first set of 12 here. All right? In 3, 2, and 1. Ready? We're coming up and back down. That's 1. 2, bring the hips down, not the chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, keep the knees shoved out. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, last one, and 12. Very good. All right, and really quickly, class, before we do our push-up, okay, I want to take the time to talk about something you can do to practice that when we're not together, right, in the online class. If you have a kettlebell or you have something similar to a kettlebell, an exercise that I love to have people do when they struggle with their deadlift is have them do something here. Hopefully you can see that. I have my feet side by side, but I have them wide enough to where I can actually fit a kettlebell. So hopefully you can see that. I got my kettlebell there. And what I like to do is place that kettlebell on a line on the floor. Okay, so my feet are over this line, my kettlebell sitting on the line. And you see, when I come down to pick up that kettlebell, I'm pushing my hips back, got my back nice and flat. I pick it up, and then I make a concerted effort to put it right back where I got it, okay? Having to put the kettlebell back here pushes my hips back, helps me sink them down better, and then I can work on keeping my chest up, all right? So we don't really do that one because I don't know if we all have kettlebells at home or something like it. So I kind of stick with the laundry basket because I know that we all probably have one of those at home, all right? So let's find that push-up place, all right? Wherever in your house you're gonna be doing that. We're gonna knock out 6 reps together, all right? We're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. Remember, just 6 on that one. All right. So next time I'll do them on the wall. All right. Now let's find that laundry basket. I'm going to tilt the camera back up a little bit. There we go. We've got 12 more reps here, and then we're going to get to our final resistance training set after these last 2 sets. Ready? We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Coming up and back down. That's 1. Keep the chest up. That's 2. I'm going to do a side view. 3, 4, 5, I think, 6, 7, 8, 9, going to 12 here, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. So that's it for the laundry basket already, class. I'm going to move my kettlebells out of the way. And then I'm going to do my last 6 push-ups from the wall here, all right? Hopefully I don't make anybody dizzy when I turn the camera like that. But last 6 reps here in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming down and back up. That's 1. Check those elbows. 2, only 45 degrees out. 3, halfway through. 4, 5, and 6. Very good. That's already 2 resistance training sets down. Get a sip of water for me here, class. We're gonna go into our third and final set. Now, we're gonna do a shoulder exercise that we've kind of already done, or pretty close to today, and that's gonna be our goal posts, all right? So the shoulder in and outs, as well as the bent arm dumbbell fly, all right? We end up in that goal post position. We're gonna do that again, all right? So we're working on the rotator cuff quite a bit today, all right? Really important that we do that consistently. So I have my light weights here, okay? But again, you can go without any weight. And today, I wanna go with 2 sets of 10 reps, okay? So the starting position with this one, well, this is the ending position, right? The goal post here, I'll move so my arm's not blocked, right? Actually, that's a pretty good elbow angle there. Yeah, goal post right there. But remember, the starting position is with the lid closed, right? We close the lid down. We wanna keep our forearms parallel with the floor. I'm not letting the weight kind of bend my wrist. I wanna keep my wrist stable, all right? And then we come up, big chest, pinch the shoulders back as we do that, and then come right back down, all right? So 2 sets of 10. Now, the core exercise that I wanna do with that today is gonna be our alternating leg lifts, okay? And we've done that one before. It's just been a little while, okay? So I have the chair version first. I'm gonna get these big dumbbells out of the way. Here we go. So with this one here, class, I'm gonna be setting up pretty similarly to how I set up for the Russian twist if you do it from the chair. Okay, I'm scooting my rear end up to the front and I'm gonna lean back, okay? Now, I'm going to allow the back of the chair to support me a little bit more so than I might do on the Russian twist, okay? And I'm actually gonna hold on to the seat for a little extra support. And I'm gonna work on lifting one leg up, come back down, one leg up, come back down. And you see I'm letting my heel rest on the floor when the leg is down, all right? And I'm using my core to help lift these legs up, okay? If we wanna make the chair version of that tougher, okay, we can try lifting both legs up together, okay? So the difference there is single leg versus double leg, all right? Now, we can do that exact same thing on the floor, all right? If you prefer to do that instead, I'm gonna find a spot here. I'll turn my camera down, all right? And I love having my baseball and tennis players do this one too, all right? So if you want to, class, you can put your arms out in a T. Hopefully you can see me like this for a little extra balance. Or you can put your hands at your side, but I don't want you to cheat by putting your hands underneath your back, okay? That's cheating. Keep your hands out and away from your body or right next to it, right next to your body, all right? But I can go one leg up and back down, alternate. Or the toughest version of this one so far, I can lift both of those legs up, okay? Now, if you're in the chair or on the floor, I want you to work on keeping those legs together and keep them as straight as you can. You don't want to let them come out like this, right? Keep them together. And then secondly, if you're on the floor, you want to make sure that you're continuing to press your lower back into the floor. So I should not be able to cheat, all right? I should not be able to reach my hand underneath my back, all right? That's really good for our spinal stability, all right? So we will do 2 sets of 30 seconds for that one, all right? To pair with our 2 sets of 10 for the goal post. And we'll do the goal post first. So I have my light weights here, or no weight, and we're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Going from the lid to the goal post, back down, that's 1. Pinch those shoulders back, that's 2. Big chest in the goal post, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep those wrists straight as you come down. 8, 9, and 10. Very good. So that's 1 set down. I'm going to do my first set of the leg lifts from the chair, okay? So, again, I'm allowing the back of the chair to support me a little bit more than I would in the Russian twist. I'm gonna go with a single leg on this one. I'll do double when we're on the floor, okay? But we're going for 30 seconds here. In 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Hold on to the chair if you need to for a little extra support. As you see, I got my hands holding onto the seat. Remember, class, if you're doing double leg, keep the legs together. Keep them as straight as you can. If they bend a little bit, that's fine. 10 seconds left. Use that core to get those legs up there. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, we'll let our core rest by going right into our goal posts. All right? So, one last set of 10 here. Find those weights. We're going to start off with the lid. I'm going to scoot over. All right? 3, 2, and 1. Ready? We're coming up and back down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep those wrists as straight as you can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. That is it for the goal posts, and actually we shouldn't need any of the dumbbells for the rest of the workout here, but let's find the chair or the floor. I'm gonna scoot back a little bit, and I'm gonna go double leg here on the floor, all right? So 30 more seconds. We're getting started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Keep that low back pressed into the ground as you come up and back down. Shouldn't be able to reach your hand underneath you. That's gonna be pretty tough though. This is one of the toughest exercises in the plan. All right, out of all 12 days, the double leg raise on the floor. 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. I have a tough time keeping my low back on the floor when I do that one too. That one's pretty tough. All right, so that is actually it for our resistance training today. We've got our cardio next, and I need my stopwatch for the cardio. All right, so grab a sip of water here, class. Let's go into our modified burpee today. All right, so I've got my chair. I'll keep it where it was. Shouldn't have moved it. All right, so modified burpee. Once again, I hope that your chair is braced up against something so it does not slide. We're gonna start off standing, all right? Both hands go to the chair, and I have the option. I can step back and step up, or I can jump back and back up, all right? Don't forget, we always conclude the rep with a nice clap, all right? That standing back up is a part of the rep. We cannot forget it. And then we go right back to the start, okay? So we'll do 3 sets of 45 seconds with that one today. The exercise I want to pair with that one is going to be the step overs, okay? So the step overs class, if you remember that deadlift exercise I was showing us before, where we have the line on the floor, well, we're going to find that line again, okay? My line's imaginary in this case. But we're going to find a good athletic position, almost kind of like we're doing our monster walks and our side steps. And we're going to work on a cadence here, a step. We're going to go over, over, back, back. Okay? Over, over, back, back. All right? Just those 4 steps there. Again, you can alternate which foot you start with, just like we do on the V step and the marching straddle steps. Okay? So just keep that in mind there. That will also be 3 sets of 45 seconds, all right? So we'll knock out this cardio, and then we'll get to our cool down, all right? So let's start off with the modified burpee. I'm gonna leave the stopwatch in the chair so that I can keep track of the time a little bit better. But we're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. I'm going with the step backs first. Don't forget your clap. Very good. We want to get that standing back up. That's a part of the cardio work here. You can also alternate which foot you step back with if you're doing the step back on the burpee. You got 20 seconds left, class. Keep it up. Hopefully you can hear my claps there. Very nice. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Find that line. Step overs, class. Go ahead. Over, over, back, back. Nice job. Keep that depth and that width. That's going to challenge you. Get a little bit of arm movement as you go. All right, a little bit of arm pumping is good. Keep that breathing as well. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Checking my time. We've got about 10 seconds left before we transition once again. Very nice. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Back to the burpee. I'm going with the jump back this time. Kind of find a nice cadence there, class, with the burpee as well. Almost gets a little bit of a rhythm to it. Nice job. About 20 seconds left. Keep it up. Almost kind of feel like I'm dancing here. Keep that breathing, class. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Back to the step overs. Go ahead. Keep those feet nice and wide. As you fatigue, check your posture. I'll do a side view, right? Big chest, pinch the shoulders. We don't want to round out. It's going to be really easy to round out as we get tired. Checking my time. 20 seconds left on this one. Keep it up. We've got one more set of each after this set of step overs concludes, okay? Keep it up. We got this. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Back to this burpee. Ready? Nice job. This one's kind of hard to see the people moving in the boxes because we get down to the chair. Keep it up though, class. Checking the time. We've got 20 seconds left. Keep it up. One more set after this. And we're off to the cool down. Get that good clap in there. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Step overs, last one. Go ahead, get that good arm movement. Now, I didn't talk about this very much, but again, modifying, right? Take a big step, faster steps, or work on getting lower, right? Whatever you want to do there to keep that intensity, just make sure that you maintain the same intensity from the beginning to the end. Keep it up. About 20 seconds left. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Over that line. Remember, you can alternate which foot you step over with each time too. Make that brain work a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Relax. All righty. That was a tougher cardio superset today. Step overs combined with burpees. That's a tough one. I'm going to go back to the gallery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. Where am I at here? There we go. Okay, got a nice easy cool down for us here too, class. I'm coming back to the Zoom. Awesome, I see some thumbs there waiting for me. Very nice. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here, class. Thank you so much for doing that for me. And we'll go back to Big Chris one more time. Maybe. Oh, I was in Big Chris. Whoops. What am I doing? My brain's not working this week, guys. I apologize. All right, so cool down. I want to focus on the shoulder first, okay? And I want to start off with that modified sleeper stretch. And I like to do that from a kneeling position. So we're going to work on that rotator cuff. We worked on it quite a bit today. All right, so I'm getting into the arm wrestling position. But again, I don't want to be straight in front. I don't want to be out 90 degrees. I want to be out about 45 degrees, just like with the push-up angle for the shoulder as well. All right, and I'm going to gently push down, 2 fingers on the wrist. All right, we'll go 30 seconds on each side. Go ahead. Emphasize being gentle. We might actually come in at the hour mark for like the first time in months. That's awesome. My goal has always been to have the class be an hour. It's like an hour 10, hour 5 every single day. 3, 2, 1, relax. Shake out that arm a little bit here, class. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. Out 45 degrees. Go ahead, 30 more seconds. Gentle push with the fingers. Maybe you recognize this position here, class, but we're in the exact same upright row position that we do every once in a while, right? The pouring the coffee position. That's because we're moving into internal rotation. We want to internally rotate to stretch the external rotators that we worked today. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. So the next 2 stretches that I have for us are just very classic stretches that we're very used to. The first one's going to be our standing chest stretch at the wall. All right. And I want to do that one to complement the push-ups that we did today. All right. Very big emphasis on the chest muscles there, as well as the shoulder. So I'm going to find my wall. You see here, I'm going to go either with the hand up or the hand down. You're free to choose whichever one you want, obviously, but I will say having the hand up and then turning away is going to work my chest much more than having the arm more at like a horizontal angle, okay? So let's get 30 seconds on each side here. Go ahead. I'm really feeling the chest muscles get a good stretch here. I'm breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Got about 10 seconds left on this one before we switch. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Let's switch sides here, class. I'm just going to do some mime work here. Pretend I have a wall. All right, 30 more seconds. Go ahead if you haven't started already. That breathing. The next stretch that we will do will be our arm reach across. I think that's going to be probably one of the best stretches to get the upper back which we also worked on significantly today. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. So like I said there, class, arm reach across, find that good athletic position. And here's where, we worked on a lot of, shoulder in and out type stuff today. Here's where adding that dip, I think, really adds an extra benefit, all right? When we do stuff like pull-aparts and stuff like that, or the straight arm fly, it really helps there too. But I think the movements that we did today, all right, are really gonna benefit from the dip that we add to this stretch, all right? So I'm in a good athletic position. I'm always pinching that shoulder back and getting the arm across, not on the elbow. Add that dip there, all right? If you want to, it's always just an option. 30 seconds here. Keep that shoulder blade and the top of your upper arm in place in that shoulder joint. We've got 2 more stretches after this one here, class. And then we'll be done for the day, done for the week. Three, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Let that arm come down and dangle a little bit here. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Pinch that shoulder back, get that shoulder blade to stabilize. Pull across. You're pushing your arm into your chest when you pull across. Get that little dip of the shoulder. Keep your breathing. Halfway through, keep it up. Three, 2, 1, relax. Very good. All right, let that arm come down and dangle. Now, we worked a lot on the front of our lower legs and the back of our lower legs today. So I want to follow that up with our quadriceps stretches. We have those 3 options that we're all pretty used to by now. Staggered stance, lifting the back heel, push the hip, drop the back knee. We've also got the standing quad pull, as well as the chair assisted lunge. All right, so pick whichever one of those options you prefer here, class. Well, let's go ahead, 30 seconds on each side. My stopwatch beeps at the 59 mark of every hour. And whenever I know that it does that, but when it beeps in my hand, it scares me. Just like it did right there, it startled me there. 10 seconds. Then we'll switch legs. 3, 2, 1. Relax, very good. Switch legs for me, class. I'm gonna switch exercises. I'm gonna do the quad pull this time, all right? 30 more seconds. If you wanna work on your balance a little bit more, see how my hand is kind of hovering over the chair. You can kind of do the same thing, just make sure that you can catch yourself if you do lose your balance, all right? Again, you don't have to do that, just kind of I think it's kind of a fun little way to kind of work on your balance while you're stretching. You can also do that in your staggered stance stretch as well. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. And we'll finish off this day with our hamstring stretch, all right? Now, one thing I want to do here, class, we do a lot of double leg stretching with the hamstring. Today, I kind of want to do single leg, all right? Just to change it up, but also because we can do a little bit different things when we stretch the single leg versus double, all right? So I don't really care which leg you start with. We're just gonna scoot to the front of the chair, and I'm gonna stick my left leg out this time, keeping my right leg in. And I got my good posture. I'm gonna lean forward, okay? Now, if I turn away from my left leg here, all right? I might want to get my feet a little wider. But if I stick this leg out and I turn to the opposite direction, I can get a nice inner thigh stretch along with the hamstring, okay? That's almost another version of the seated groin stretch that we could be doing, all right? Let's go 30 seconds on each side here. I'm sure some of you have already started. If you're adding that twist, right, I have my left leg out. That means I'm twisting my chest to the right. You want to still try to keep your posture, all right? If you want to just lean forward and do the normal hamstring, then especially you want to keep your posture. 3, 2, 1, relax. Go ahead and bring that leg in. Let's bring the opposite leg out, all right? Go ahead, and because I'm sticking my right leg out, now I can now twist my torso to the left, all right? I'll do a little better view of that one. There we go. That's better. About 15 seconds left, class. Keep that breathing, keep that posture, just 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. That's all that I have for you for today, class. I want to thank you all so much for participating once again.